Moved on to the quarterfinals, the other game in the semifinals. The other game in the quarters was taking a little bit longer than we thought, and we figured rather than making you wait, we are just going to go ahead and move forward. So we are staying with the Fari redemption storyline as we move in to the semifinals of Diamond Heroes 1. In the bottom right-hand corner of King's Cove LE in the green, playing Zerg, it is Cheoklate. And his opponent. In the top right, top left, man, I'm bad with my directions. In the top left, playing Protoss in the red, it is Fari. Fari, of course, our Hungarian Protoss player. Cheoklate, interestingly, is a Singaporean player representing the Zerg, so we have got a worldwide tournament here today, guys. I was just saying yesterday, I was so excited to look at the Liquipedia pages for these two tournaments, Platinum Heroes 1 and Diamond Heroes 1, and to see the incredible breadth and depth of players that we have from all over the world. If you name a region, we have got a player from that region. We have got people from the United States. We have got people from dozens of countries in the EU. We have got Singapore. We have got China. I'm broadcasting here from South Korea. This is truly a worldwide phenomenon, and I could not be more excited. Look at that, look at that, look at that Cheoklate! With a third expansion even before that spawning pool finishes up. A very bold play here from Cheoklate. Fari has a probe here, but of course he has not yet scouted this third expansion. I don't think he saw the drone transfer either, so it's very possible that Fari has no idea that he's up against a super macroeconomic play. Stargate, going to be the tech of choice for Fari here. I imagine we'll see an Oracle harass happening quite quickly. It's nice to see a Stargate that isn't proxied for once in my life. I've been watching so much GSL that I'm not used to seeing a Stargate built at home in someone else's base. Ridiculous. The natural expansion is going to finish up here for Fari, so he'll move a couple probes down there soon, I would imagine. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just chill. There it is. Okay, rallying straight down from the Nexus. That is fine, too. I know it's slightly less efficient to do that, but I don't think it really matters at this point. So the Stargate, well and truly scouted here by Cheoklate. I think he might have some idea what he's up against, and we'll see what Fari decides to do now that the game is up. There it is. We're going to see Oracle out first, being chronoed as well. How on earth is Cheoklate going to respond? There it is. We see the response immediately. Spores going down in the third, in the natural, and in the main. He is going to be well and truly prepared to fend off this harass. Meanwhile, Cheoklate is happy to just be droning up. We see no additional tech from our Zerg player just yet. One Adept here coming in to try and do a little bit of pressure, but I'm afraid that the Queen should be able to send it on its way quite well. That probe is just chilling for now. The Adept going to shade in. Oh, never mind. There we go, finally going to shade in here and try and get into the mineral line. Going to cancel that shade, though, and head back home. No, he's still there. What is he doing? He's still there, hanging out. Fari's Oracle going to make it into the main base here. Should be a little bit consternated to see a Queen and a Spore Crawler there. He's going to see if he can get any work done in the natural. That's what I want to do, but unfortunately the Spore Crawler going to get chased out of both bases of the Zerg player and going to be sent home with its tail between the legs without so much casting a revelation to figure out where his opponent's drones are. Adept again getting chased out here, but has scouted the Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber. They're going to start making up a little bit of this front wall around the natural for Cheoklate. Looks like Cheoklate wants to go into this Roach tech, as Lair has started now on his natural expansion, not his main hatchery. Okay. Not bad. The third finally dropped here for Fari, as we see some tech coming out from our Protoss player as well, making us a Phoenix to join that Oracle. Yeah, his first Phoenix there to join that Oracle, but a Robo Facility, a Twilight Council, and a Forge all going down. Fari, unable to get any work done with that Oracle, realizes that he's going to have to begin teching up to be a force in this game. Immediately, Oracle comes out after scouting the Roach Warren. I think that's a good read. Let's see if Cheoklate readjusts his strategy or just powers forward with roaches. 8 roaches on the way on 3 bases. Zealot charge starting for our Protoss player, and the chronoing out of +1, meaning that Fari wants to strike while the iron is hot. Now there are a lot of roaches here to cool down that iron, and they are all gathering here at the bottom of the ramp. First Immortal has finished up for our Protoss player. No second Immortal started just yet, though. There it is. Second Immortal finally started for Fari. So it looks like he knows well and truly what he's up against. The Phoenix doing some good work to clear those Overlords out. But the Roach threat is growing. Look at this. 6 more Roaches. Immediately going to get scouted. A nice revelation there from Fari, who's going to be able to keep an eye on this pesky Roach army that is moving its way across the map. We do see that missile attacks level 1. It's about 3/4 of the way done. And Glio reconstitution, about 1/3. These Roaches will be able to hit in about 1 minute. Finally moving some creep out to connect those 3 bases together. That's a nice play. The Templar Archives from Fari is going to finish, and of course immediately Storm going to start. Zealot charge just about to finish up there for our Protoss player, and he's adding on a couple more gateways, powering up to, it looks like 4 gates now, which is not a whole lot considering he's on 3 bases, but he's a little bit behind his Zerg opponent. Cheoklate now finally realizing that his Roach Rush probably won't end the game, Roach Push rather, won't end the game. He's going up to a 4th base as well, but these Roaches, now that the revelation is worn off, are going to start moving across the map. Zealot legs and ground weapons level 1 finish, but Glio reconstitution is going to finish for the Zerg player as the Roaches head across the map. The Oracle sees 1 Roach that's been misrallied, and that should raise the eyebrows considerably of Fari. Now, we don't see a whole lot of Templar. Oh, that's what I wanted. We don't see a whole lot of Templar, and when I say not a whole lot, I mean no Templar in the army. So even though Storm will be finished up soon, there will be no Templar there. The Roaches get on top of an Immortal, but 2 Immortals, 3 Immortals there to drive away this Roach push, and these Roaches are getting absolutely slaughtered. Stasis ward goes down for Fari, but the Roaches do see it and ignore it. Cheoklate going to try and push up this ramp again, getting a couple Zealot kills, but the Immortals raining down fire, and wow, that's an amazing stasis trap. The Protoss player going to be able to force these Roaches back, and he has bought himself just a little more time. Now these Roaches from Cheoklate being very aggressive, going to get right on top of these Immortals, and there's no War Prism here to juggle them. So 1 Immortal is going to go down, but it's taken about 10 Roaches along with it. Unfortunately, the stasis trap is running down, and Cheoklate looks like he wants to keep moving. More Roaches streaming across the map here for Cheoklate. Looks like he wants to continue this pressure. 2 Immortals getting a lot of work done. 3 kills, 6 kills, and a couple Zealots getting taken down as well. But Cheoklate going to continue to try and push up this ramp to take out the Protoss player. All the gateway units are now gone. The shield battery is out of energy, so these Immortals are going to find themselves going down really quickly, and all 3 Immortals have now fallen. The Roaches moving into this 3rd base and getting a lot of damage done, taking out the shield battery. And are they going to focus fire down the Nexus, or are they going to go for probes? They're going to focus fire down this Nexus. The probes are going to get pulled to live to probe another day, but more and more Roaches. 11, 12, 17 Roaches on the map, and Cheoklate is not letting go. Plus 2 missile attacks about to finish, and these Roaches are carving a path of destruction. Shield batteries being dropped everywhere. 1 Immortal on the ground, but the army supply is 20 to 118, and I know that's not fair because Roaches are not very efficient, but oh my god, that is so many Roaches. The door is open, the hold position isn't done correctly, and the last Immortal is going to explode. Cheoklate rushes into the natural expansion, and Fari is on the ropes. Warp gates go down. Cybernetics core has gone down, and the GG has gone down as well. What a game from Cheoklate. Woo! I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. We're going to get game number 2 pulled up. Oh, there it is. We're going to get game 2 pulled up shortly. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. And holy crap, Rafmot, thank you so much. Donating 666 bits. You are an absolute legend. I appreciate the support, man. It means so much to me. Unbelievable that people are giving me money to cast StarCraft. I would do this if Twitch made me pay like $3 a day to stream. I would probably still do this because it's so much fun. But, oh, man, thank you so much, Rafmat. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. All right, we are getting our second game loaded up here with Cheoklate and Fari. So Cheoklate with a crazy strong Roach push. Game number 1 will bring us in to game number 2. Waiting on the ready here from both players as we load up into our second map of the match. Wow, these matches have gone so quickly, guys. We are only half an hour into this tournament, and already we are one and possibly a half or a third match down. This is great. So like I said, guys, as we are waiting, one of the reasons I'm so excited these matches are moving along at a good clip is because we do have a third place match and a grand finals to show. There we go. We do have a third place match and a grand finals to show. Now, we don't have the third place match on the schedule right now. That's because it could either be a best of 3 or a best of 5 if we have time and if both players agree. So the sooner these semifinal matches get finished up, the sooner we can start the grand finals and the third place match. But I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go into game number 2 between Cheoklate and Fari. In the top left-hand corner, it is our Singaporean Zerg player in the green, fighting on Automaton LE. And his name is Cheoklate. His opponent, spawning on the right-hand side of the map at the 2 o'clock position. In the red, it is Fari. Fari representing Hungary, I believe, if I didn't get that incorrectly. So quite an international match here with Oceania and Asia fighting up against the power of EU Protoss. One gas, gateway on the low ground for Fari, which indicates that he's going to expand here pretty quickly. Of course, last game, Fari got a bit ahead. In the mid-game there, he tied when he had 3 Nexus against 3 Hatch of his opponent. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make the production work and wasn't able to defend against that crazy 100 supply Roach Rush of his opponent. But Cheoklate with a late start as well, going Hatch before Pool. Pool going to finish up at roughly the same time as the Hatch, a pretty standard build order with 1 gas. Only 2 drones mining in this gas, so I do wonder if Cheoklate might be going for some sort of early aggression this game. Let's see what happens as soon as he gets up to 100 gas. No, there it is. Okay, so he's fully saturated now at 3. Okay, so nothing crazy. Spawning Pool pops. First queen on the way for Cheoklate. Nexus about halfway done here for our Protoss player, and Cybercore just finishing up as well at the front. The Overlord from Cheoklate is going to get a full scout here and should see, wow, a Stargate on the front door here. Fari not even pretending to hide this tech, and Cheoklate has got to be quite happy about that. Now this probe has scouted the 3rd base from Cheoklate, so both players very well aware of what they're up against. I love games in which there is full information across the board. As much fun as it is for someone to, you know, hide a DT shrine and surprise his opponent, it never quite feels fair. Games like this where both players have pretty good information, it really does feel like a true test of skill. You can see Cheoklate already pushing that creep to connect his 3rd base. Oh, and Targoda has joined us in the chat. What is up, Targoda? Welcome back, buddy. Glad you're here for day number 2 of Diamond Heroes 2. Oracle on the way. Of course, triple Spore Crawler from Cheoklate, who is ready to defend against this same Stargate play we saw last game. No additional tech yet from Fari, who is continuing to chrono out probes on both Nexi, so doing a very nice job keeping that economy in sync with his opponent. In fact, we see just as many probes as we do drones. That might change soon, though, as Cheoklate's 3rd base has finished up now. He's got more and more queens on the way. Oracle, first Oracle is out, I believe. And it looks like Fari's going to wait for 2 Oracles to see if he can get some extra damage done. Now, back home, Fari is building a robo facility, but no additional tech. Last game, as soon as he dropped the robo, we saw him drop the Twilight Council and a couple other things to get that... Oh no, I'm thinking of his first game. Apologies. Ignore everything I'm saying. I'm a terrible StarCraft caster. Roach Warren, Evo Chamber, and 9 more drones on the way for Cheoklate, who is not at all concerned about what his opponent is up to. Cheoklate going for a safe Mid-game push again. Let's see what these oracles can get done as they start to steam across the map directly to the natural. Now they're going to see that the creep spread is pretty significant here. Get a full scout out on the wall. Head up into the main as well, where they're going to start getting shelled down by a queen. But double oracle against a queen can be pretty good. The queen is going to go down, and it looks like the oracle is finding a nice little spot here in the natural, in the main, picking off 4 drones and heading back down. Going to see that the Roach Warren's finished. Pop into the natural, see if they can shave off any more drones here from the third. There are 2 queens and a spore crawler to beat them now. So 1 queen does go down, but the next oracle has already joined it. Wow, unbelievable that oracle lives with literally 1 HP. What a save by Fari. I don't think it was great micro, just a little bit of luck, but sometimes luck is better than skill. 3 oracles, still alive, regenerating shields, ready to stop that creep from moving out. Queen being rebuilt at the natural. We see Zealot legs on the way for Fari, and 1 more gateway going down. Just 1? He had another one queued up there. Alright, just 1 more gateway going down. Oh no, he's put a chrono on that rowboat facility, but he was supply blocked there briefly as that last pylon finished up. But finally, Immortals and Charge is coming out. Oracle's back into the natural here. 1 oracle has gone down. There it is. 1 oracle does go down, but 6 drones killed. I think that's probably a decent trade here for Fari, who still has 2 oracles remaining that are available to do a lot of harass into the mid-game. So Fari able to keep the tide stemmed just a bit, even though his opponent has out-expanded him. And we see Fari, now that he's gotten some control with those oracles, he's going to feel safe dropping his 3rd base. Hydralisk Den, Grooved Spines, and Roach Speed on the way for Cheoklate. Not a lot of army on the map yet for Cheoklate, but he does have a lot of tech that he's pouring in. 8 Overlords on the make, so he is gearing up for some sort of significant attack. The Overseer is going to scout this 3rd base, so Cheoklate should know what his opponent's weakness timings are. The Overseer, of course, is going to get taken out by that brave little Phoenix. You go, Phoenix. You fight something that can't fight you back. Bully. But there we go. Wow, missile attacks level 1 also on the table here as we see the first real army units popping out for Fari with a couple Hydralisks. Storm has begun for, that was for Cheoklate. Storm has begun for Fari, and 3 more gateways have dropped as he looks to power up on 3 bases. These Hydralisks should be able to push these oracles back out as the Hydralisks gather at the edge of creep. The oracles are going to see them and get chased away quite quickly, so the oracles will be a little bit safer here. But now we see a lot of warp-ins coming in from Fari on the other side of the map. Cheoklate is adding on, wow, 7 Hydralisks and an Infestation Pit. Goodness gracious. 2nd Evo Chamber as well. Both these players playing a very passive game right now. 2 Oracles keeping an eye on where this Zerg army is. Infestation Pit just about to finish up. I always forget how quickly the Infestation Pit builds. It's only a 36-second building. That is so fast. Let's see what happens as soon as the Infestation Pit finishes up. Besides 11 more Hydralisks, Hive, Tech, and Spire. Wow, Cheoklate is really not afraid to go late game. Fari having a little bit of trouble with his macro back home, floating over 1,000 minerals, dropping a couple pylons as he was supply blocked a bit earlier. But the Immortal production continues for Fari, and his army is looking a little bit more sensible. We do see a couple Templars. Oh no, are these... There we go. Okay, it's just a very... Oh, the Changeling was blocking the Immortal from getting out. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. All right, 3 Immortals now out for our Protoss player. He has started Protoss Ground Weapons level 2. Phoenix going to get an eye on this 4th base from our Zerg player, but the 5th base from Cheoklate has begun, so I think he is in good shape as far as economy goes. Both players starting to power up quite a bit now. Speed finishing up for the Hydralisks now. We see the creep getting pushed out just a bit. Only 1 queen spreading creep from Cheoklate. I'd love to see a couple extra queens out pushing these creep tumors, being a bit more diligent. If you are going to go with Hydralisks, you want them on creep as much as possible because they are so flimsy. But the Hydralisk number continues to grow. Melee attacks level 1 on the way. Let's see what happens. It looks like this lair is going to finish just as the Spire does. Will he immediately go in to Greater Spire Tech? Uh-oh. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Cheoklate? Cheoklate? Looks like it's not going to happen right now. There it is. Oh my gosh. Greater Spire on the way. Floating 1,000 minerals and 1,000 gas. Cheoklate just making 1 Corruptor right now. I hope we see quite a few more Corruptors. But this Hydralisk army so far is quite scary. 4 Immortals out. Another huge warping of Zealots. These charge lots do have +1. They will have +2, and there it is. +2 just finishes up. The 4th Nexus for Fari does get dropped. And this army is also looking quite scary, especially against Hydralisks. Charged Zealot's going to be able to get on top of those ranged units quite quickly, and unless your kiting is exceptional, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Now, the Overseer is going to drop a Changeling to scout out the entire army of Fari, and Fari is, and Cheoklate has done a great job keeping an eye on exactly what his opponent has. But wow, look at this flood of upgrades from the Zerg player. Infestation Pit doing pathogen glands. We see melee attack level 1, Burrow on the way, Cracklings, pneumatized Carapace for the Overlords, and more Corruptors getting chased out. We see 10 Corruptors on the field now, and the bank for Cheoklate is getting huge, so as soon as this Greater Spire finishes, let's take a look at where these Corruptors are and see exactly how many decide to morph into Broodlords as we begin to move into the late game. Hey, Lord Strad, Lord Strad. I don't know, man. Whatever. Here we go. Attack into the 4th. Charge Zealots on top of the Hydras. The Broodlords are not yet finished morphing. 8 Broodlords on the way, but they're not here yet. The 2 Archons are going to be the only things fighting against it. There's a couple of good storms go down on those Broodlord cocoons. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to take them out before those Broodlords finish morphing. The Broodlords do come out at full health. The Archons do get underneath them, so we are going to see a couple Broodlords retreating to the high ground, but a couple Broodlords are going to go down. The 5th base from Cheoklate is going to go down. He has dropped his 6th base across the map, so his economy should be pretty safe for now. 35 drones down, but the Broodlords now raining Broodlings down onto the map. There's one Phoenix here to fight against it. It looks like all the Hydralisks have been pushed away as this the Protoss army full of charge lots heads down to the 3rd base. Hydralisk dead, down. 3rd base, down. Broodlings chasing out these Archons and Immortals, but there has been so much economic damage done so far. Broodlings still taking out High Templar and Immortals. A lot of high-value units for Cheoklate, forcing a recall there. That was very cute. But now more and more Broodlings coming down against these now helpless +2 Zealots. The Immortal doing everything it can, but unfortunately, the recall has just been used, so these units are probably left behind to die on the battlefield as Fari contemplates whether this attack was worth it. The Broodlord's going to clean the rest of this up as we see the Protoss player moving in to Stargate Tech with Void Rays on the way to fight against this absolutely frightening army from Cheoklate. Look at all those Broodlords. Now, the real problem here is 14 Broodlords and nothing else. There is no ground army to support these Broodlords, and as impressive as they look, I'm afraid that there's nothing to help them. So a couple things that can get underneath these Broodlords, a couple great storms, a little bit of kiting from some Blink Stalkers, anything that Fari could do, a little bit of Tech Switch, or again, these Void Rays and 4 additional Stargates coming out, the Broodlords are going to be completely feckless against them. Fari doing an odd run by here, clearing out this 6th base. There we go. Remembers that he has a lot of charge lots. This 6th base is going to go down, but Cheoklate moving across the map here with absolutely no support for these Broodlords. Look at this. There's 1 Void Ray out, and there's 2 more on the way. So this Void Ray should be able to start pumping down these Broodlords, but there are so many Broodlords. Stalkers trying to get underneath the Broodlords. The Stalkers don't have Blink yet, so Blink is about a couple seconds away, 20 seconds away from being done. These Broodlords are going to get so much damage done in the meantime. This Void Ray is like a kid in a candy store, taking out Broodlords left and right, but there are so many Broodlings. These Broodlords can probably get a whole lot more damage done before the Void Ray is able to get anything done. Chocolate's going to be regretting that he doesn't have any Corruptors to support these Broodlords. The Broodlords not giving up on their attack, though, absolutely laying siege to this 4th base from Fari. Broodlings now moving into the mineral line of Fari. We're going to see 8, 9, 10 probes going down and even more on the way. Corruptors now to clear out some of these Void Rays. And there's the GG from Fari. Cheoklate is going to take it 2-0 and send himself into the finals. Congratulations to Cheoklate. Wow, a quick